They don't want me to have nothing. Huh. Fuck 'em!
Welcome back to another edition of Wrestling News here on this channel. Edge on reworking WrestleMania match with 0 fans. WrestleMania 36 is in the books and 0 fans were there live to watch the show of shows. Edge was already slated to face Randy Orton, but when WrestleMania's location changed, so did his match. While speaking to After the Bell, Edge revealed his intentional reaction to WrestleMania's big altercation. He was disappointed at first, but the show must go on. Edge was able to figure out what he wanted to do with Randy Orton. He had a cinematic style in mind. He also admitted that he obviously wasn't the only person who had that idea. In the end, Edge and Randy Orton are both professionals, and they made it work. They took fans through an epic 36-minute WrestleMania encounters that they won't soon forget. You have to admit there was disappointment at first, because as a performer, we want to be in front of the audience, you know. It's not the same without the audience physically there. You know they're watching at home, and that's what you have to focus on, is the people at home who are hopefully reacting the way you would want them to in the arena. You just gotta look at the positives, and that's all you can do. Because otherwise the wormhole gets very deep and just not worth it. You know, it was disappointing. Sure, pretty quickly I said, okay, this is what we have now. What can we do? Let's try to look at this in a different way. Let's try to look at this in different terms. Then I started thinking about it in cinematic terms, and I wasn't the only one. That's really what I tried to do, and focus on the story. To me, the story is always the stake. If the story's there, I think you can do it without an audience. Sure, there's those challenges. Don't get me wrong, you do feed off of it with adrenaline and things like that, and I think an audience can take something and make it better just by their reaction and how they're invested they are. I think an audience at home does feed off of that. But this is the set of circumstances that we have, and this is what we have to work with, and you have to make it work. We're pros. That's our job. That's what you have to try and do. That's how I just try to wrap my mind around it very quickly. Edge also said it helped that he was working with who he believed to be the most talented person in the industry in Randy Orton. A last man standing match at WrestleMania was certainly a long match with many layers. They did everything in their power to tell a compelling story in the process, even with circumstances placed before them. What did you think of WrestleMania 36 Last Man Standing match? Sound off in the comments below. I'm unstoppable. Please subscribe. More wrestling news on this channel. And I'm out.
Stay in the sticks with the hicks and the firearms.